Welcome, everyone. The 7th episode of this Avatar stream series. Oh yes. Christmas bird, yes. How are you, everyone? I'm doing good. I'm super happy. Because, man, I've got lots of good news. Like, I finished school, I finished one of my part-time jobs, and the most important of all, which will affect the streams, and I feel like it's important to mention before starting, is that that is not the right screen. Whoopsie daisies. First on this and this. There we go. I am getting a new setup. Yes, my friends, I'm getting a brand new computer, so goodbye those mic issues, goodbye those bad performance and workflows. All of that, gone. So yeah, for those that are tech quickie, I'm upgrading to a 3700X from Ryzen, jumping from a Intel 6700K. So I'm jumping from 4 to 8 cores, which is awesome. I've got a motherboard that fun has Wi-Fi. Gotta be useful for like Bluetooth controllers and stuff. 32 gigs of RAM, so that's gonna be sick. And also, I plan to upgrade to a 390, but because of bad stocks, I'm gonna use my current 1070. And yeah, this is gonna be a super sick stream setup, to be honest. So that's pretty much my computer. I just wanted to mention it because I have to build it, and hopefully it works for next week. Alright, now I guess it is time to jump back to our boy. Our good old boy, Rai. Hello, Rai. How are you? It's been a week. So, we're starting to do texturing. Unlimited power! Yes. Yes, sir! So yeah, last week we started texturing. We did that one texture here, and we did some UV unwrapping last time, so starting that. And what I plan to do for today are the UVs for the beams and also the rubber parts. Oh, and the eyes as well. So that, and also separate all of the colors and all the roughnesses, so we can just have our texture already ready. And if we have time, we can start rigging. But I feel like in 3 hours, we should be able to do the textures fine because it's super simple. I might readjust this texture though. I think I'm gonna pass it in the middle of the line instead. So I'm back to my good old software here. I'll lower this over here. These here. And do something like this. We'll see how that looks. Like that, and it just while these are still here, if you see some weird messages in the chat, don't click them. Man, don't we all have bots on every stream? Like, not just ours, but other streams as well. It's such a huge problem. Alright, so yeah, the UVs for the beams are just gonna be horizontal. Kind of like what we did for the toes here. They're gonna be horizontal because there's no like verticality to those UVs. It's just horizontal. And then the eyes, it's gonna be a separate texture. That's my plan. So for this, let's start with beams. So beam, what are you? Link. Okay, I called it Link. So we got 2 beams. Like 6 beams. Yeah. I should probably also split this one as well. Here we go. Using the loop cut tool. Everyone grab your laser guns. Yes, I mean, Ryan's gonna be quite the big shooter, I guess, because he's got some cybernetics. He's got some aimbot right there. Alright, so yeah, take this edge is gonna be our seam. On the back here, seam, see, no, see, no, see, no, see, no, seam, seam, no, seam, seam. Alright. Oh, just something. I forgot to set the bitrate of my stream. Oops. I wonder if I do this, will it stop the stream? I hope not. Okay, good. Yeah, I had set my bitrate to 3000 for one recording at one point. I forgot to set it back to full quality in OBS. So those are going to be our seams. So you mark seam. Select our beams, you unwrap. Now let's go to UV editing and see how. Oh boy, what happened here? What? Which missed this? Ah, right, it's split in the center as well. I think I'm not gonna split into the wait. What? Yeah, I'll split into the center, but it will also split over here. In the middle, right there. There, there. There and there. Alright. Hold on, I had to rush my stream a little bit. Yeah, I just forgot to pop up a little window on this side. There we go. Back to render. Yes, black screen. Perfect. Everything is going according to plan. The one I forgot to put is my YouTube chat. I've got a Twitch chat open, but not the YouTube chat. Alright. So let me just pop quick the YouTube chat, mute that. Then I said mute! Okay, now if you're on YouTube, I should be able to see your comments. Or your questions, or whatever you want to say. What was I at? So here, Maxime. That should feel a little better. There we go. I think what I'm gonna do actually is unwrap, but using product from view. Can we not all of them? Just this. No, actually, all of them. And what the difference is that product from view is gonna product the UVs like you see on the view. So if I'm on orthographic mode like this, it's gonna just take the view and just copy it on the UV map. And for example, if I was like this, you see how it looks with the perspective, and I do product from view, it looks exactly the same here. It literally just product from the view, you see. So that's very useful. And now I know this. So that's the bottom of the leg. What is this? Excuse me, but what is this? What is that doing here? I mean, I don't think that's the right UV anyway, so. Oops. Yeah. So this is the bottom of the leg, and I want the beams to go down. So in my case, when I'm gonna do the shader, I'm gonna make this texture scroll to the left. So it's gonna be moving towards the left. Or should I move it to the right? We'll see, because this is 0 and 1, I think it's gonna be better if we move it to the right. So I'll spin it 90 degrees this way. So right now, this is the top of the leg, and that's the bottom, and the texture is gonna screw horizontally. So these as well are gonna go over here. And now this part here. Did I put seams there? Yeah, I did put seams. Why ain't you splitting? Why ain't you splitting? Okay, now you're splitting. Okay. So I'll put this vertically. Oh, I forgot one. Little. Over here. Vertical. Darn it. There you go. Vertical. Forgot. There we go, two. Ah! one extra. There you go. These and these. Alright, the one in the center we don't really care, I'd say. Because anyway, it's hidden by the crystal. Well, if it's hidden by the crystal, should we just remove it? I think we should just remove it. Unless we made the crystal semi-transparent. Yeah, that might be a little problem if we make the crystal semi-transparent. I guess what I'll do is move those down to match and try to match the crystal where it is. Like this. this, stretch it. And align it again. Okay, it's not perfectly aligned, but it should work. I'm trying to align it again. As best as I can. Come on. See how that pans out at the end. So these are our beams, I guess. And these I'll stretch on the entire span of the UV map. So, because anyway, since this is a separate material, we're not gonna use our current texture right there. We're gonna use a procedural texture, which is not something we paint on. This is something that's generated by the computer, like a noise texture, Voronoi texture, gradient texture, and we're gonna use some sine waves and stuff to make the effect. And then some time nodes to move stuff around. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah. For now, I'm gonna keep the UVs like so. But we can still technically test them inside Blender, even if we don't have the texture done. And for this, I'll go to the shading tab. And on our lake material, which it looks like this, I will put a UV map node. They look at UVs. Yeah, let's separate. This, yeah, so we're doing something with the node editor. It's gonna be very similar. One would be with the amplify in Unity. So let's separate the coordinates. So we just want the X. I'll then take a map node. A. I do have a sign in there. Sign, yeah. So this would generate a sine wave. Depending on where the UV map is. So this we can multiply and make more intense. Mime bird. It's a mime. And I'll quickly take this because this is from 0 to 1. So I'll multiply add, multiply by 0.5, and then add 1. No, not 1, 0.5. And I'll then take a color ramp, which is the equivalent to the gradient sample inside the amplify generator. And I can start coloring this. So this is gonna be blue, and this is gonna be white. I'll also put it inside there for the alpha. So transparency. I guess we can test how it looks. I guess we can reverse the alpha, yeah. Alright, let's make it more intense. And yeah, what's interesting is that you'd be able to animate this. So not an ad there. But if I put the ad over here. And this is basically how we're gonna animate with the Amplify. We're gonna plug a time value inside this ad right there. How does the beam look actually? Might look something like so. I'll duplicate this and put it inside the emission now. I think the beam is a bit smaller. The beams on the arms are quite smaller than the ones on the leg. So for that, we're gonna go to the UVs. And make the arms part short, not longer. But to keep it inside the UVs, we'll make actually the legs smaller, like 0.25, I don't know. Put back the multiply, so use 4. There you go. If I look how many splits, like there's 2 splits there. There's like there. That's about the same, I'd say. Maybe it's a little too small. And this one actually. Yeah, I guess that works. Yeah. That seems to work fine. Alright, so I think we're done with those UVs for the legs. And of course, the material right there is a bit temporary because we're gonna add the actual shader inside Unity itself. So it's still gonna look a little different. Now for the eyes. Well, I mean, I am missing. Darn, I'm missing the rubber parts. I'll do the eyes last. Why did I do the rubber parts? Yes, I did. And I'm noticing the material down there is raw. That's why it unwrapped. Me knowing, because this one right there is not the right material. This is supposed to be silver. How is it? Okay, now it's fine. Okay. Huh, weird. So rubberized part is gonna be a texture over here. Well, I guess now we can do the eyes. So let me pop this. So the eye, since it's quite small compared to the body, I think you can get away with a 512 texture. So what I do, it can be like, copy this is now my property. I can just copy this, paste it here. Make that a little smaller. And now the glowing parts, I'll make them a bit like bigger. But also what we can do with Amplify, since Amplify we can pretty much do anything. You can put multiple textures inside your shader, and it's not necessarily like a color, a normal, a smoothness. You can put any type of textures for any kind of map you want. Like you could have a tessellation map, a mask, I don't know, a glow map. So in this case, I guess what you can do is a glow map. So that we can animate the glow. So what I plan with the glow map to do is something like this. Be able to just flicker. Can you go inside the group? Thank you. You do. Why is that outside? Okay, why is it outside? You going to move. So that will be our glow map, and this is going to be our base texture. So I'll quickly find the folder where I've created the entire project. So avatars, source files, stream avatar, textures, Export. And again, just to be sure I don't have any like confidential info. Okay, it's fine. I'll quickly export it over here as right I, maybe not in caps, right I call. And also, because right now the texture is transparent, what I'll do is quickly go back to Blender, get what I put as a color for the eye. Well, I mean, I think I just put black, right? Yeah, it's pitch black. Was it black as well on the sketch? So it was gray. So I'll copy the color here, I guess. To E. Yes. I'll then make a square with that color in there. And that's what's gonna be below. So I think what I want to do is have 3 different eye textures. One which is the base color, so how it looks when opened. The other one is going to be the glow mask. So there's going to be a black background. Like so. And without the rest of the texture over here. The glow mask is gonna be looking like this, and we're gonna do an add, and that's gonna do the job. And third off, I want another texture, but for when the eye is closed. So for the closed eye, I'll be copying this layer, put that one in there. Hopefully it's not messing up my other iOS. Oh, you know, fine, perfect. And then for the closed eye, I'm gonna copy what I've got on this one here. There we go. It's like an LCD because it's like gray. So let's close and keep just a little color in here. But just very faint. Yeah, this could be the closed eye state. Then he opens his eye. And then the glow mask on top. So let's export this. Right eye color. Yes. Okay, this naming convention is going to be a bit weird. Right eye close and right eye call glow. And now all we have to do with the eyes, first off, go to the eye, plug in an image texture, open, textures, and right eye color. It did change. So now we can go in the UV tab, select the right texture, and we can start unwrapping the eye here. Well, the eyes, I should say. Unwrap. So obviously the UVs need a little bit of work. I think I'm just gonna unwrap them separate, so they can be on top of each other. With it 90 degrees. Place them on the center. I said center. I might spin them around though, a little bit. Five. 25. Alright, now we've got a problem here, which is that the texture duplicates, like so. And that's going to be also a problem inside Unity. So the way to fix it is you go to your texture settings. So, over here. I wasn't. It's in. What? Hold up just a sec. It looks a bit different, but okay. I'll quickly close out this menu, so drawn areas, good. There you go. Alright, so as I was saying, that's a bit of a problem here. But the fix for that is in your image settings. It's going to be about the same inside Unity. You just have to take the texture, go to the inspector, and you have some clipping motifs, if I remember. And usually you'd want to get that onto clamp in Unity. Here it's going to be extend. Inside Unity it's going to be clip. Clamp. There we go. Got it. So now the eye is there, and we can go back to edit our UVs and make them similar to what we have on the sketch. There we go. So now we've got this. He's got eyes! He's got eyes! Just to get a preview, I guess we can make a preview of the glowing effect and the eye close effect. So eye closed and glow. These, unless gestures, which I'd be surprised, become available before I finish this avatar. Unless that happens, these options won't be available on the avatar. It's just going to be flickering instead. But I'm still making them just, you know. Because if gestures comes in the future, like, they're going to come, obviously. You'll be able to play custom animations. And once that happens, you'll be able to make custom shaders that are played depending on the gesture you do. And in this case, it could be, for example, like you play a gesture to close the eye, like to shut them off. Because those are cybernetic eyes, so it makes sense. So yeah, when the eye is closed, you can see that happen. And I guess the roughness, like, we can put it 0 as well, because they're like robotic. Not too much at 0 though, but at least a minimum. And when they're opened, then let's put some glow now. And see how that looks. Emission! That's gonna be interesting. Yeah. But maybe you can get away. Let me try this. I guess you can try 4 textures instead. I mean, we can get away with 3 textures, like from within the shader, because again we can do anything. We don't really need a background. We can just use some alpha conversion to get, alright, is that transparent, is that not transparent? And if so, if it's transparent, then put a background from whatever color you want, else you put the texture. So we don't necessarily need a background. So I'm gonna re-export those quick. Why don't this curve have... How come this curve has no background? There we go. There we go. The only background we'll keep is for the mask, for the glow mask. And I guess because it's like a weird outline, is that going to display on the texture itself? I wonder. I just want to be sure I get the color before truly losing it. So the color is going to be, well, 2E, 2E, 2E. All right. 2E, 2E, and 2E. Ah, yes. We're going to E. And already almost 50 minutes in. how surprising I didn't have any iced tea sense. But if you're enjoying this stream, you can give us a little follow. We're doing streams pretty much all week. Not all days, but most days of the week we have some streams. Like on Wednesdays we've got a concert. On Saturdays we've got discos. On Sundays we've got my stream here. And we've also got some building streams where we build inside the builder. And if you have any questions on avatar creation, you can ask me during the stream, and I'll be able to answer you right away because I've got the chat right next to me. Right, so now that we changed the images, we're gonna reload them. So to reload them, at least on the 2.7x shortcuts, I'm not on the 2.8 shortcuts because I just couldn't get used to them. So I'm on the 2.7x shortcuts. But on my shortcuts, at least, Alt R will reload the texture. Like so. Also now, as I said, we can put a background color on there. So I'll duplicate the mix here. Take the alpha of the eye closed, since this is basically what tells you this is transparent or not. It's pretty much the background of our color. We'll plug it into the factor of the mix. And I'll paste in the hex value here for now. Why doesn't it seem to work? Reversed? Okay, it was reversed. It was indeed reversed. And as you can see, like we still have our eye color, but we can change the background's color. Never mind, something got wrong here. Ah, I know why, because I didn't reload. The texture is just yet. Here we go. Now we can change the background color without changing the texture's color. I will stop to do that because I'm scared that Blender's gonna crash. Usually that's how I crash Blender, is I just play with the circle color and Blender just dies. Alright, so now that we've got this and a color mask, I can multiply that color with the same value as down there. Oh, would it be better to multiply this one instead? Actually, wait, I'm gonna plug this one in directly there. And this one I'm gonna plug into the emission. Let me quickly take this here, put an add. Something's gone off the rails. What is happening here? Ah, because this is eye closed. That explains it. There we go. Can change the background color. Perfect. If we don't have the bloom, how did it look? And I guess I can add in another node here. Just a quick multiply. Alright, so we're gonna multiply by this value. Or let's say 0.3. So this is like fake glow. We're faking a glow here, so that's what we're doing. So we remember that node setup, I guess. That's not exactly. Well, I mean, no, it should work. Let's put it to like 3. Like with the blue post-processing effect from the pretty filter or the bloom filter on the camera, it's gonna glow, obviously, like an actual glow. But for the player itself, on the player head, or camera, I should say, there's no bloom, so we're trying to fake it here. And I think that's a good effect. So he's got... And actually, let me try. If I try to offset the UVs... So if I plug all of these in... and put in UVs... You can look up, down, left, right. Shader controlled, yes. I should actually propose that on Canny. Not just like when we got eye tracking at one day. Maybe not. Like obviously with eye bone and stuff, that would be cool. But if we could have eye tracking controlled by shader, that would be awesome, because you'd be able to do something like this and make the eyes actually move. Well, I mean, doesn't change the fact that from an animator we can animate this property of the shader. So we'll be able to do this, but not dynamic and like interactive. Not interactive, that's the word. But hey, at least we'll have something super cool. And it already looks super cool. So now I'd say what's left is I don't know, but there's something on the face that's missing. Could it be the hair? No. Could it be the beak? No. Could it be the stem? No. Oh, we've got some patterns on the side here. So I think that's the only thing missing in terms of texturing. Because that part is done, that's done. So yeah, I guess we can try UV unwrap those. So it's gonna stand on the back over here. Select, mirror. Extend. And unwrap. I guess I'll try set mirror instead. It failed. it. Ah, there we go. And a little bug. So now we have this. We can go back to the main texture, which is this one. So yeah, we've got some space still. Ah, yeah, we've got a buttload of space. Can I hide this and this? Thank you. I'm gonna hide the legs as well. And those. And I might take the hoodie as well, just to see where those UVs land. Okay, those who don't really care. That's the no, what's that? Ah, that's the clip. Nope, nope, nope. What? Come on! Thanks. Alright, so yeah, there's all the space we want. That's gonna be perfectly fine. Alright, so let's try this. Wait, we missed. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's what I want. Yeah. So we'll make it as big as we can. And since the pattern is identical on both sides, there we go. Let's fit 180 so we can fit horizontally. Like so. And I guess the center here is going to be reserved for our main color and our main roughness textures. Or should I say smoothness? Because in Blender it's roughness, but inside Unity it is smoothness. So yeah. I guess I can unhide everything. Oh boy, that's a very messy UV. Let me hide these again. Oh crap, yeah, there's the arm as well. But we took the entire space here. Yeah, there's that texture there. We might not need that much detail here. Will it fit? That's the question. I might be able to fit over here. skip the music because we already heard it like twice already. Hey, it does fit. Yeah, we'll see how much pixelated that's gonna be. I'm gonna see if I select this, then the arm and this. A little bigger, a bit more higher res here. It could work, I think. UVs, export. Okay, what's the difference between those two? Huh? What did I make different? Usually we really need that, so we'll just take the UVs, I guess. Go back here. Go back to our stream alignment. And put this on. There you go. We can delete the old one. Put this on. So now we need the arms color thing. I guess just to make some more space for the other colors, I think the arm I'm gonna raise up a little bit up to the ceiling of the texture over here. UVs export to this one. There we go. Lock. Alright, so this color here is going to be AE381F. F. And I guess I can save this to the I. Now we can go back here. Pop art tool. Go around here. Like this. And the background is going to be this color. Yes. Go below everything. And we just need a pattern. And that's going to be EEP. Just copy this and paste it. Is that in the right direction? Okay, which one is top, which one is bottom? That's my question now. Okay, so this is the end of the arm. Meaning we have to flip this around. Okay, where does it stop? Towards there, alright. Alright. It's right on the edge. Alright, now let's do the same for the eyes. So this pattern here. It's gonna go over here. And so the eye is there. Okay, I did flip it around. So transform, flip. Okay, let's see if I did this right. So export, export. And reload. Now if I select all of this, come on. All of this. No. Please. Here we go. And I think I applied it on the hoodie, right? But don't you the fact that at the moment I can go back to shading. Yeah. This color, the quick mix, put on an image texture, alpha go in factor, and color go there and there. Rhyming call. There we go. Hey, wow, that's actually very close. Almost first try. Well, I mean, kind of first try, I'd say. And the arm. Did I do the length right? I think it needs to be longer. I can also keep it like this. Let me try to put it longer. So I'll put my origin. I said origin, thank you. Yeah, scale it up. Let's try like this. We can always control Z. Okay. Yeah. There we go. That's the proper length. Yeah, I think with the geometry is also quite fine. Why is it a bit, like, messed up here? Eh! What? Wait, do I have a quad somehow? There we go. See, do I have a quad? Because this is not supposed to happen. I do have... Okay, that explains it. Why are you like this? Ugh. Alright, let's go back to UVs and see what happened. Alright, so now I'll take this vertex, copy its position onto not like this. Over here. Have I? No, I'm not in my position that explains it. Yeah. I want the vertex, please. There we go, that's what I wanted. Then I want to scale on 3D cursor, select this one, scale 0. There we go, now it looks fine. Okay, good catch here. So in terms of the proper textures, I think he's done. Like, that looks sharp enough. That also looks sharp enough. And that obviously looks sharp enough. And the beams are procedural, so whatever. I guess in terms of the textures, like proper textures, I think that's it. So yeah, some UV unwrap, some texturing, some painting, some adjustments later. We got all the textures. Now the only thing that I'd want to do before starting to rig him is merge all of the colors and all the roughnesses together. That might take a bit of time though, but it's quite important if you want to have an optimized model, because this is obviously gonna generate an error. Like there's 16 materials max per avatar, and how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, already have 16. We're done. And we got all of these. So yeah, we've got to optimize and merge all of these together. So what I had planned to do is inside our editor, in this section right here, put different little squares of different colors. And also equivalent with roughness and smoothness and that kind of stuff in here. And then we just map the UVs scale down to 0 on the corresponding colors. Sounds good to me. So let's see if I do like 8 by 8 rectangles. See, I've got multiple colors already, so let's do them in order. So we've got beak, which is this color. I need to go in there and copy the hex code instead. Yeah. The hex code. Here we go. Should I do the smoothness at the same time? I group them into colors or calls. And I'll do another square. Because we don't need normal maps, we just need roughness and stuff. So how does smoothness work within Unity? So when you put a texture in Unity, it's only one texture for both metallic and smoothness. So how does that work? Well, the RGB channels, so the red, green, and blue channels, aka black and white, is gonna be the metallic. I had a little blank there. So yeah, it's gonna be metallic. If it's black, then it's dielectric. If it's white, it's metallic. And the alpha channel is actually gonna be the smoothness. So if it is purely transparent, it's gonna be rough. If it is fully opaque, it's gonna be smooth. And usually I'd recommend for that texture, for the metallic part, to only have black or white. Because in the real world, there's no such thing as both dielectric and metallic at the same time. Like only in some special cases, you'd want to have a grayish color, you'd want to have a mix. Only in very, very, very special conditions. But usually you want to keep that either black or white, nothing in between. Smoothness though can be everything in between. So the beak is obviously not going to be metallic. And I'm going to just call those correctly. So this is going to be beak. 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 Main color. Main color. Black. So now for the smoothness part, I will take the beak, go to the roughness, select this. So this is 40%. This. No. This. Okay, so the beak would be in the opacity. So that's 0.4. Let's remove the dots and add 1. So 40%. Main color. Where is it? Here you go. Roughness. What a weird number. But we can work with it, so that's gonna be 58%. Or 59. Okay, that's gonna be a separate material, so we'll keep it apart. That's also gonna be a separate material, so let's keep it apart. The tongue, yeah, I forgot I put a tongue in there. Yeah, I guess I keep the tongue at 0.5. We're not gonna see it too much either, so keep it like so. So tongue, copy color, yeah. Let's copy this and copy this. So the tongue color is gonna be this, perfect, and the alpha is gonna be at 50. No, this one. Thank you. Oh boy, it's gonna be a long process. Yes, but we've got some space. We've got loads of space. So, next up, feathers out. Alright, so my guess, yeah, it's the white here. Which is almost pure white, but it's not. For this, I'll copy the main color. Over here. Feathers out. And paste in the hex code. And because it has the same, it's basically the same smoothness as the main feathers, we don't need to change the alpha. Next up, legs. Or should I say leg, because he has just one. Alright. Eh? Yeah. No. Yes. And leg is going to be this color. Leg. And again, we don't need to change the alpha. We can change it later though, which is what's important. Claws. So those claws, I want at least to be shiny. So let's do 10%. Okay, claws are basically the same color as the alt. I know, I thought about, no way. It's not gonna be 10%. it's gonna need 90%. Because yeah, as I said, like roughness is the inverse of smoothness, so I have to invert all of those. So if we invert those, that's gonna that's a 50. That's gonna be 41. This 2 is going to be 41. So I'm gonna be at 50. That's gonna be at 60. Yeah, we gotta remember to invert those. Yeah. Alright, next. Alright, we're jumping to the robo parts. Man, wait, in terms of base colors, that's it. In terms of organic colors, that's it. Well, he actually doesn't have many colors. So we got all of these to separate. So silver color, and it's gonna be at 100% smoothness. Got it. So 100% smoothness. So just so I can get the name right. We gotta remember to have the color property. There we go. No, not like that. There we go. No, that's the other way. Glass stay there. There we go. There we go. We got it now. Here and for this is going to be silver brushed. I'm gonna save it quick, just not lose it. And roughness is going to be at 5%. Or why? So smoothness 95 then. And yep, I know this is like the most boring part to watch, but we gotta do it. Robo part main, nice. So this color at 14%. So we'll have to convert that. So 14% is going to be 86. Main. All right. There's so much. Oh yeah, also, I almost forgot. Since these are metallic, I'll move this up. since these are all metallic, we'll go back to our right here, and these three are not going to be black but white because we want them to be metallic. Alright, so next up is going to be closing off my Steam application because I don't want to have that going and have notifications popping up. So next up is going to be glowy parts. Glowy parts. So orange. Yeah. And this is going to be over here. And what's the roughness? 50%. Robopart orange and Robopart orange. Alright, we'll do the same for the rest of the colors. And it's gonna be roughness 50. So yellow. There we go, this is taking absolutely forever. Yeah, once we've got our colors dialed down, it's a bit breeze after that. So, alright, so white again. Alright. White. Perfect. Fingerlings. Okay, this is not gonna be metal, so we'll change back the color to black. Yeah, none of these are metallic after this, so. Alright, oh man, I'm down an hour and 40 minutes in. Wow, time so. I did not realize time flew by so fast. Holy cow. But if you're entering the stream, even though I know this part is kind of boring, I know, but we gotta do it. But after that, it's gonna be fun, like actually testing the avatar and stuff. Hopefully you enjoy it so far. Consider giving us a little follow, YouTube and Twitch. Because yeah, we're making streams a couple times per week. We've got this stream on Sundays where I make avatars. We've got a concert on Wednesdays. We've got discos on Saturdays, and if we've even got a building stream where we build some stuff in Summon Space directly from the builder. And yeah, if you have any questions on making avatars, you can ask me at any time in the chat, and I'll be able to answer you right away. So, okay, roughness is at 1 on this. That's some rough rubber right there. So opacity, bleh. Yeah, I said. Bleh. Well, I keep it at 1, just at least so we can get pixel data. Because sometimes I know it can be a bit tricky to have alpha at 0 while keeping the colors. Finger links. Well, I should probably need finger link like that. Here's hex code. There we go. Crystal. Hex code. Roughness at 0, so smoothness 100. There, and move this down. Crystal. This, put the color in. There we go. And that's gonna be awesome once it's done. Grip. Alright, so the grip roughness is at 1 as well. So roughness at 1, I'll keep it at 1% so we can get some pixel data. It's technically possible to have pixel data at 0%, but it really depends on the software and how you make your transparency. Like sometimes I've used Photoshop or Designer, exported something fully transparent, and all transparent parts were black, whatever color there was behind there. But on some software like GIMP, for example, you've got a plugin which I really like, which lets you keep the pixel data whatever the transparency. And that's awesome. But to be honest, GIMP is kind of hard to use. Like I used it in the past, but it was... Yeah, now that I know Photoshop and Illustrator and the Affinity suite, yeah, it's hard to go back. So what's my naming scheme on these? Cable red. That's good. Next color is going to be I should probably move these up just to organize them a little better. I don't know what about putting the roughness a bit higher for the inside cable. Not higher, lower. Like 20%. could be interesting. And keep the cable rough. The orange cable. I completely forgot to rename that one here. Orange. Yeah, at this pace, I don't think I'm... Like, we might have the time to start the rig, but I'm not sure at all. Okay, this is going to be a yellow, yeah. What is the color? Answer. The color is D4DE5B. Next up, okay, we've got 4 colors left. So inside red, okay, so these are gonna be pure colors. Yeah, pure colors and then pure black. Alright, that's gonna be easy. And roughness 20%. There? Alright, so this is going to be pure red. Pure green, pure blue, pure black. So red, green, blue, black. Alright, so red, that's only green, so green it is. Blue and black. There you go. And I guess I can copy all of those. Move them up here. Move them up. And set them to black at 20%. Or like, no, I think it's 80%. Because inverted. Yeah, I think that's it. We've got all our colors here with our smoothness map. And yeah, what we want to do though what we want to do is take out of a color map. So UVs, I'm going to move them up again. What is this outside? Go back in. As I was saying, take out of the colors, group them onto a color map. Now the metallic part, I'll lower down here, and I group it again into metallic. Metallic smoothness. So for that part here, so this is the hood. Ah, yeah, we're missing the hoodie color as well. Yeah, forgot about that. Go back to Blender. I don't think we have too many in terms of hoodie. Yeah, we got like 4 colors. Wait, it's already fine. I guess it's already fine. Though we're missing the smoothness. So main, the alt. To be these. But yeah, I might just unplug this for now. Disconnect. So I can still access the color. And roughness is at 0.5 again. Fully out. Yeah. Fully out. And what am I saying? This is hoodie main. This is not hoodie alt. Hoodie main. Now we're doing alt, which is this, and roughness at 34%, which is going to be 66. Yes, I can do math in my head. I can do mathematics. And the alt this time is going to be metallic. So 66 white. Go back here. So inner is going to be this color at roughness 1. So 1% opacity, put it dark. So and drop in the car. Inner. And straps, which is okay. Okay, I put it completely dark. I keep getting that song, bruh. Okay, can I get both of that? Okay, never mind. So roughness, okay, that's pure black. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Hoodie. Straps. And that's gonna be at 50%. Alright, now we should have all colors. Okay, this. And move this down to match the... Okay, can I move? Thank you. Move this down. Perfect. Alright, so now we got our main color here. I'm gonna hide metallics. Export that onto our main color. But what I'm also gonna do is copy these colors, move them up, hide this. And this is going to be emission. So everything that's here is not going to emit anything, so black. In terms of those colors, select everything apart from the crystal, row part orange, yellow, and white. Yeah, the rest is not gonna be emissive. Yeah, so those opacity is 0. Just like these. So we've already got our emission map, I guess. Export this to right main ME. Now for the metallics. So this is the hoodie. Well, I mean, I'm gonna copy all of these, I guess. Inside another group, please. I thought I had created earlier, but I think I might have Control Z'd it. Alright, so the hoodie, let's see. Hoodie. Hoodie main is at 50% opacity. So we'll put 50% here as well. Main color is at 41. So we'll put 41 here as well. Alright, perfect. So now all of these we can put black. Not opacity, the color. And that here, it is an embedded document, so I will instead just use a quick recolor. This. And I guess we can make it just a tiny bit smoother on that section. That could be interesting. Okay, these, since that's the arm and the feathers, we don't want those at all, so I'll just hide them. And this as well could be interesting. So how much did I put the alpha here? 21. So I'll put 21 here as well. And there is our smoothness map. So everything that's dark is going to be dielectric. Everything that's white, just like over here, is going to be metallic. Everything that's fully transparent is going to be rough. Everything that's fully opaque is going to be smooth. This is how it works. So right, main, smooth. So all that will be left will be to map all the UVs to their corresponding color here. So for this, I will go back to UV editing, reload this. I guess in the shading as well, I can put one of the right, the main, upping the base color. Plug in the smoothness. And yeah, the smoothness, since in Blender it's different, we'll have to do it a little differently than just plug in the color and stuff. So I'll first plug in the color inside metallic. And then I will do a subtract 1 minus the alpha and plug that one into roughness. As you can see, it looks exactly identical as before, but now it is not a color, it is a texture. So now the alt maybe I can align those a bit better though, just so they're not pixelated like so. In case we want to like scale down the texture and stuff. Let me see, where is the exact pixel? So I'll try it. 964, 344. Where's my grid tool already? Guy manager. So 964, 344. Is gonna be the inverse, isn't it? 964 pixels, yeah, and 344 pixels. So these, and these. Here I don't have anything else selected. Will align perfectly here. Perfect. So now we're just gonna re-export all of these separate. So export emission, export smoothness, export color. There we go. Now it's not pixelated because it's not in between pixels. Now we can start aligning our stuff. So on the alt, let's go here, unselect everything, select the alt UVs. Where are they? They're over here. Let's tell that to 0. So who the alt is this one here. And I'm gonna snap that to pixel so it's perfectly centered. And now in theory, I should just be able to move this up and remove it, and it's not gonna look any different. There you go. It looks exactly the same. But now it is not using a separate material, it's using a texture. So actually, before deleting all of those materials, I'll make a quick backup of all of these. Like, just so we can keep the materials. And I'm gonna hide everything, every single one of them. So now we've got a backup, we can start completely destroying all the materials. So hoodies there, pants, I think we forgot the pants actually. So let me just quickly put in the pants. So this color, roughness 1. There we go. Hands. Let's quickly re-export these. Oh yeah, perfect, right. So let's quickly re-export all of this. So we don't need to export the emission because that one didn't really change. Export, smoothness. Right, render. So now that we've got pants, we will quickly select all of the pants. Reload the texture. Put in some pants. And we should be able to select the main. And there, it looks exactly the same. So I'll name this one, actually, I'll do the material, animate rye main So this is gonna be our main material. It's official. So right main. So hoodie inner. It's going to be this one here. Move up, delete. Perfect. Now the straps. Like so. It looks perfectly identical, and there's just one material now. As you can see, like, hoodie is perfect, it looks great. One material. And this is what you call optimization. Now pants is using the same material as the hoodie. And soon enough, the body's gonna be using the exact same material as well. Okay, let's start with a beat now. Beak is gonna be this one here. And now we can select right main here. And like the proof is selected another material, it's gonna change. And now it just looks identical. So for those main, I guess it's still, well, the UVs for that are still done? Not entirely though. No, not all of them. I'm gonna say everything except these here. Just gonna go over here and snap. Perfect. So now the entire body is one material. Next! First off, let me just... Not like this, like this. Okay, for some reason though, it looks different. Why is it different? Okay, there's something I did with the roughness, I think. Hold up. Feathers main. Alright, roughness is at 59. So, design it should be at 41 then. Is that 40? What? Oh, wait, hold up. Wait, no. What? Okay, what's different? Oh, I put it metallic. Ah, that explains it. Yeah, I'll try to put the... Yeah, feathers metallic. Let's go. Let's go. That explains it. So, smoothness. Reload. Now if I put back the main. There we go, now it looks perfectly fine. We can always change those later, just by editing the texture. I say we've got 45 minutes left. Yeah, don't hesitate to ask any questions in case you want to know something or you need help making your own avatar. You can just ask. Oh boy, that voice cracked though. And yeah, we're also making other streams during the week. If you want to know more about like building in the builder or how having fun works in Somnium with concerts and discos. But if you're having fun and you like what I do and what the others do, give us a little follow.
Pretty please, the bird asks you to do so.
See my beautiful eyes. So the tongue is matte now. Let's go inside. And remove. Yeah, remove. There we go. Feathers all. Let's move. Oh, boy, what did I do? Feathers all gonna be here. Remove. Leg. Leg is going here. Remove. Claws. Are going here. Remove. Just so we don't lose what we're doing right now, I'm gonna save. Robo parts. Hit the silver. There we go. Delete. How much are you using as brush silver? Oh, for these, nice. So this is gonna be here. Delete. Now the main. The third one. Delete. Roboclaws. Fourth slot. Delete. Oh. What have I done? Wait. What? Oops. We forgot the claws. Oh, man. Yeah, boy. We forgot the claws. Awesome. I guess we'll have to move everything sideways. Perfect. So... move these over here. Move these over here. Oopsie daisies. So, burp. So that's gonna be Claw. How did I forget that one? I don't think I forgot it. I think I just skipped over it. Hey yo! Welcome to my stream! To everyone just joining. Hi. So, where was I? Okay. Oh boy. Look at this. Down, move sideways. Perfecto. Let's see. When you miss something, it's quite hard to. Yeah, that one. Here we go. Back up your claw here. Did I? No, I didn't. Alright, so copy the main, move down, side. Perfect. Stretching. Right. So. Yeah, so the claw color is going to be E7, E7, E7 with a roughness of 10%, so 90% smoothness. %. And color this way. There we go. Now we'll have to export and move pants and hoodie away because we offset them a little bit. Oops. Alright, so emission didn't change much. Oh no, yeah, it did change. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so let's re-export a color. So 2040 by 2048. Smoothness map. And also emission. That's smoothness. That's not what I wanted. There you go. Emission. Go back here. Refresh. Refresh. And I did not put emission just yet. Alright. So. Hoodie and pants. Yeah, they're a little offset, so we'll just move them to the side. And snap them back.
You saw nothing.
Okay, now back to regular scheduling. So the claws. Now if I delete it should be fine. There you go. So now let's do some glowy parts. So the orange. Over here. No. There you go. Yeah, say the orange part. Down there. Snapped pixel. Now it's probably gonna look a little different. Yeah, 100%. But that's because we don't have the emission texture plugged in just yet. So let me duplicate the texture here and open up the emission and plug that one in. So it still looks identical. Alright, so that's something we'll control with an intensity slider. So inside the main, I'll actually copy these here. Well, yeah, these here. Over to here. Plug this one in, plug this one in. Main. You know the white emission has no intensity, so I'm scared it's gonna just get blown out. Like I might need to actually like put this part into gray instead. Like on the emission map, put that into gray. We'll see. I can try right now. So we're like at 19.8, so I'll say 20%. Well, I mean, it's gonna be Blender. It's gonna be better when we're gonna do it in Unity, so. For now, I'm gonna skip that little part. What did I say before? Why did I two separate? Okay. It should still be fine, so. Yep, move that up to the yellow part. Perfect. There we go. Okay, it's a bit brighter. But yeah, we'll see how it looks in Unity with and Somnium with the pretty filter. It's not the white part. That's 100% gonna blow out the camera. 100%. Only one way to find out. Ugh. Actually, it's kind of fine. Well, I mean, it's super glowy though. Maybe too much, but we'll see. Pretty bird. Now the fingerlings. Hey, we didn't do an actual texture for that just yet. I mean, we can try. Or we can make a procedural one, as usual. So those are already mapped. Actually, just for now, I will make a temporary like section for it. Yeah, we still need a smoothness for that, so. Where is it gone? I swear I had it. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna guess for now. It's somewhere in here. This is not what I copied. This is what I copied. Yeah. Alright, and what's the smooth? I think the roughness at 0, right? It's at 1. So this I'm gonna put inside color. Put that one inside here. And then roughness. Well, metallic first off. No metallic. And opacity 1. Let's quickly re-export those. Go back to Blender, reload. Smoothness, reload. And now it shouldn't look different. If I quickly do these. Perfect. It's identical. Crystal. Do I want a crystal in a separate material? I could. I think I'm just gonna stick to like that, and we'll just adjust the color to adjust the intensity afterwards. Yep, down there. Yep. Delete. And why? Okay, no, this is just a reflection. Yeah, we don't have screen space reflections because this is quite intensive, so I'll just remove it for now. Next up, we've got a little less than 30 minutes left. Let me take a sip of my iced tea. This is like my life essence. If I don't have iced tea, I die. This is grip. Or should I say the grips with an S? Cable red. Select. Snap to pixel. Delete. Cable arranged now. Snap to pixel, delete. Cable yellow.
Yellow.
Delete. Inside red. Okay, we've got like 4 materials left. Okay. Cable inside green. Delete. Yeah, still looks identical. And inside blue. Ah, thank you. The songs come from the music player Pretzel. It's free, you can just look up pretzel.app and it should pop up almost immediately. And it's a really useful musical tool for streamers because they've got music that you can just play on your streams without risking any DMCAs. So this is awesome. And I like the music. They've got some epic musics on there. You've got multiple styles. You've got lo-fi, you've got epic, you've got rock. Whatever your style may be. And delete. And with that, I think we've got all of our materials combined. So just to summarize, on the hoodie, we've got just Ryan. So this is the main color. On the pants, we've got Ryan again, so exactly the same material. And on the main body, we've got Ryan, which is all the main parts of the body, as you can see here. Then we've got the RoboPart links, which are the beams. And those, why is it separate? Because it's going to be a custom shader to make them move. And also being procedural, so it doesn't need any textures. And then the eyes. So we can make them flicker and do some stuff with it, with a custom shader again. Man, so far so good, and we've got 20 minutes left. So far it's doing really great. And yeah, I think the looks of the character is done. I think we've got everything now. We got the hoodie. Got the strap, we've got the eyes, we've got the textures. We've got the UVs. We've got everything. So yeah, I think you can start with the rigging. Like the sketches we don't need anymore. because, you know, it's done. Like, there's nothing else to add on the character. Everything's there. So right now our topology, it's still a little high at 7.8k, but with the amount of details we've been able to put, like the couple of extrudes, the very tiny details here, like, no wonder it's at 7.8, but to be honest, it fits for Quest. Like, you'd be able to upload this for the Quest version. Like, the only thing that would be required, though, is to merge also the eye and the beams with the main. Because I know with some other games that support Quest, you cannot have custom shaders. So that would require you to merge in special ways. And also you got some texture limitations, like 1024 by 1024. And yeah, but technically with the method I used here, I could use a separate material with a texture and just scroll the X, because that's basically what the custom shader is going to do. But ours is going to be procedural, but you could do it what we did here with the basic standard shader and just an animation on the UV offset. Easily doable. So now let's start with the rig. So to rig our big boy, we'll use an armature, which is kind of obvious. And yeah, this is quite important to get right. If you want the humanoid part to work, you have to get this right. So first off, you want to Shift A and create an armature. By default, it's going to create a single bone here on the 3D cursor. Just do Alt G, R and S to be sure it is perfectly centered and at 0. Like the rest of our avatar. So that's centered, that's centered, that's centered. So usually what I like to do is have a bone in the middle here that I would call root. And then I'll Shift D, lock on the Z axis, move it up, and move it to the hips. So just to make it easier, I'm gonna hide hands and hoodie. So the hips are here, on that spot right there. So I'll move it up a little bit over here. So you need to have some mandatory bones when you do your avatar. So in this case, for the main torso and head, you need at least hips, spine, chest, neck, head. This is for the torso, that's the minimum requirement. You need a hip, a spine, a chest, a neck, and a head bone. Like you can add like spine 2, spine 3 up to a certain extent, but the minimum is this. And be sure to rename your bones as well, so it doesn't get confusing once you're in game. Unity, I mean, chest, neck, head. And in our case, for lip sync, we have two options. Either we can have a jawbone like somewhere here, and usually I still like to put a jawbone like some over here. We can do that, or we can use a blend shape, which is what I use for Burb here. you might not notice as well that it could be hard to edit the armature in solid or material mode because the armature is hidden inside. What you can do is go to your armature tab. Is it armature tab? Yeah, armature tab, viewport display, and select in front. And your armature will always be in front of everything. And usually what I like to do as well is go to the object properties, go to viewport display, and in display as select wire. So that way you can see the armature, it's there, but it is not really aggressive to the eye, like you can still see the mesh perfectly fine. And when you zoom in, the wireframe also shrinks in size because it keeps like 1 pixel width. So it's still super easy when you zoom in to see your mesh. So let's see, now it's gonna be easier to put the jawbone actually. So jawbone, I want it here. And I guess we can put some tongue bones as well. And you can always hide any bones selecting it and pressing H. So this here is going to be the jaw. Tongue 1. Tongue 2. Tongue 3. Tongue 4. And also, when you do armatures, you've got to also be mindful of the number of bones you use. Obviously, like, if you have too many bones, then the skin mesh render has to calculate every single bone, even though some of the bones might not be rigged to anything. So it just the more bones you have, the more performance it takes. So yeah. Also, when you do your armature, you also have to be careful with the relationship and the parenting. So if you want to check the parenting inside your editor in Blender, go to the bone properties, then relations, and you'll have parent. And for example, like the hips, like anything, the root of the avatar will always be the hips, not the hips, the root. Huh. Using the name, I think it was obvious. But in this case, like hips is not the root of object, it's the root right there. So parent, I will select root. And this is also why you want to rename your bones, because else it's going to be a bit confusing if you have like bone 75, bone 80, bone 53. So rename your bones. So we've got the main torso with the root and the jawbone and stuff. And next up, in the mandatory section, would be legs and arms. So what you can do, well, let me first off check the relationship here. So head is linked to the neck. The jaw, I want to link to the head. And the tongue as well, head. I'll do the legs first because they're easier and we're gonna run out of time anyway for the arms. So, hip bone, I'm gonna duplicate it and spin it 90 degrees downward. And this is gonna be connected to the hips, not the roots. And this is gonna be leg dot left. And we'll do just one side right now. So we're gonna do the left side. And we'll always write our name like something something dot L. Because in the future, once we'll be done with one side, all we have to do is take first up our 3D cursor, go to the view here in the end menu, put the location to 0 and rotation to 0. And then I think it is symmetrized. Yeah. So leg.L, you select all of the bones on one side. W, at least on the 2.7x shortcuts, symmetrize. You can also find it in the search menu. And you'll be able to also select the direction to symmetrize, so -x to x or the other way around. And as you can see, if you look at the name, it might be tiny for your screen, but it says leg.R. So, you know, when we named leg.L, well, it automatically recognized the naming scheme and automatically changed the left to right in the name. That's why we're doing .L, so then it can automatically write .R without us having to go to every single bone and retype all the names. So yeah, let's start with the leg, shall we? So the main leg is going to be here. I'll put my bone over here. Okay, no, yeah, we don't have any like knee bending things. Like what I'd do, like if it was a cinematic avatar for like offline rendering and not for a game, I'd put a knee here. So that way I could bend this separately from the entire leg. But obviously, because it's a game, we only have leg and foreleg. And this is how the humanoid rig works, so we won't be putting any knees. I just want to figure out which way I want to bend it though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna link the knee here to the upper bone. And just put on the lower bone here. And then this, we're here for the feet. Z at 0. And now let's rename our bones. So foreleg.L. Foot.L.
And also, this is called the talon in bird terms.
But for the humanoid rig, we're gonna call it foot. Alright, let's put the toes now. Like the toes are not going to be used for obvious reasons. Like we're just going to use one huge controller bone at the center. But we're still going to put the other bones on the side just so we can have like, or I can have like future controls for like cinematics stuff later. Like for maybe a trailer or something. Because I am definitely making a trailer for this avatar. So it's gonna be two separate toes, like so. So toe 1, M for middle, dot left. Toe 2 middle, M dot L. Now let's move this over here. Let's try to center it as much as possible. Toe 1, and that's gonna be left. Yeah. Toe 1 L L. Toe 2 L L. And I'm noticing this is not perfectly centered. There we go. Now let's do these again. But this time for the third toe. Well, for third front toe. Here. Toe 1 right dot L. Toe 2 R dot L. And these are going to be connected to the foot. Well, that one's going to be connected to the foot. This one is going to be connected to toe 1 middle. Toe 1 middle. Toe 2 middle. Not connected. Like sometimes you have to uncheck connected as well if you're on the good behavior. Toe 2 middle. Not connected. Toe 2 middle. Wow. So if we go in pose mode, you'll see the main toe here controls all of these, and this one also controls all of these. And finally, we'll duplicate this one again. And I'll put this one here for this toe. And this one is toe 1 B dot L. B for back. That's my naming scheme when I'm doing birds. And now that the leg is complete, we can select all of these and symmetrize. And there are some adjustments to do though, because it's not perfectly identical. It's like this knee here, if I got the right one, yep. I'll move it here. Yeah, at this I'm gonna rotate quick. Active element 10 degrees because we spun it 10 degrees, and move it like 0.01. Not this one though. Okay, it's not perfectly symmetrical though. Oh boy.
Little overtime.
I think that's fine. Yeah, that should be fine for now. And as you can see, tool.r.r.r. So everything got renamed properly, and they should move as well properly. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So yeah, so far that's our progress for today. Like we started the rig. We've done the legs. We're missing the arms. And then we'll put some other specific bones for the dynamic parts, like maybe a little shake for the zipper. That's the name. And I guess this is a good time to end because my battery died on my tracker. Yippee! So my head is static. But yeah. So next week we're gonna continue with the arms, put some dynamic bones, and we'll start weight painting. Yeah, that should be the progress. I'm really happy with how it turns out so far. It's super cool. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's stream. I have to. Hopefully you like a frozen burb. I guess the snow froze me to death. Yeah, help me. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.